suppose we're talking about an island, that the foundation of island life, much like the foundation of the window down here, would be the sea or the ocean. Exactly. And the stretch of the water between the island and the mainland is actually highly, highly dangerous. It's called the Blasket Sound, and the reason it's so dangerous is it's the first place where the Atlantic meets land since America. So there's 5,000 kilometres of building up momentum, and then it comes to little old Ireland and takes out all its pent-up anger on us. So even looking across, you can tell that the island was probably part of the mainland at some stage, millions of years ago. And after all those years of erosion, produced the gorgeous view we see today. But there's a lot going on the surface. There are rocky outcrops just below the surface of the water, and there's very rocky riptides, particularly when the tide is turning, because that whole expanse of water is going through a very narrow gap. So even today, fishermen are very cautious when they're entering the Blasket Sound. They have trawlers and big radar and sonar, whereas the islanders are fishing in vessels called navoga, an example of which you can see out in the garden here. So a navogue, or a perk as it's sometimes called as well, is a light timber frame boat with a canvas covering which is tarred over to make it waterproof. And they're very nimble boats. They don't need much water at all to float, only a couple of inches and they'll float. And the artists are very clever, because not only do we have the art depicted in the colours of the glass, but all of these black lines that run through the piece, that's the steel girding that's supporting it. And she incorporated the art into that as well. So if you look over to the edge here, where you have those curved shapes, they would depict the navels there and their stands when they're stored for the evening. But a naval isn't much good without oars. So if you look over this side here, the vertical lines running up towards the ceiling, they're the oars, as they're stacked up against